How a last-minute decision changed everything. Venus Williams almost missed playing with Fernandez at the U.S. Open. Under the glowing lights of New York City, the 2025 U.S. Open was already shaping up to be a tournament of chaos, comebacks, and career-defining moments. But no twist was more electrifying or more unexpected than the partnership no one saw coming. Venus Williams and Leylah Fernandez, the duo born from a last-minute decision that almost never happened at all. The story began not on the court, but in the quiet, air-conditioned corridors beneath Arthur Ashe Stadium, where Venus Williams, seven-time Grand Slam champion tennis icon and living legend, stood staring at her phone, debating a message she wasn't sure she wanted to send. She had entered the doubles draw with a different partner initially, but early that morning, her partner had withdrawn due to injury, leaving Venus without a teammate and only hours before the entry deadline. At 45, Venus didn't need to play doubles. She didn't need to prove anything. She didn't need one more slam match to validate a career already carved deep in history. But still, she wanted to play. She wasn't ready for her U.S. Open journey to quiet down. Not yet. So she considered scratching. She considered simply stepping away, focusing on her singles run. The clock on the entry system ticked down, and right as she opened the withdrawal page, she heard laughter echoing from the practice courts. Soft, confident, familiar. Leylah Annie Fernandez. The Canadian star, tenacious and beloved, was fresh off a strong summer season. She was known for her grit, her fire, and her uncanny ability to ignite crowds with underdog magic. She was also, in Venus's memory, one of the few younger players who always showed her admiration not through words, but through effort. The way she trained, the way she competed, the way she carried the sport forward. Venus felt something stir. What if... No, it was ridiculous. Leylah probably had plans. Doubles teams were made months in advance. This wasn't how things were done. But then again, Venus Williams wasn't exactly known for following traditional timelines. She typed, "Hey Leylah, are you playing doubles this year? Want to team up?" She hovered over the send button for a full minute. Her thumb tapped the screen, hesitated, tapped again, hesitated again. The ticking deadline haunted her. Send. The message flew off into the digital universe. And then Venus waited. 30 seconds. 1 minute. 2 minutes. Nothing. Her heartbeat climbed, not with nerves but with amusement. This is absurd, she thought. She was Venus Williams. She was too old, too legendary, too proud to be waiting on her phone like a teenager hoping for a text back. She slipped the device into her bag. If Leylah didn't respond in time, she'd withdraw. She would accept that this was a sign. Minutes later, her phone buzzed. OMG, yes. I'd be honored. Let's go. Leylah. Leylah had responded with the enthusiasm of someone who had just been offered a golden ticket to the most magical ride in tennis history. She'd been planning to skip doubles to save her energy, but that plan disintegrated instantly when she saw the name on her screen. Venus Williams wanted her. There was no universe in which she would say no. And so, just 4 minutes before the doubles entry deadline closed, a partnership was formed that would shock the tennis world. The world reacts. When the U.S. Open released the official doubles draw, social media erupted like a fireworks display. Venus plus Leylah? Generational duo alert. This is the crossover we never knew we needed. Veteran fans felt nostalgic. Younger fans felt starstruck. And commentators whispered that maybe, just maybe, this was not a sentimental pairing, but a dangerous one. Leylah was 23. Venus was 45. Together, they covered 3 decades of tennis mastery, and their first practice session confirmed it. The chemistry was instantaneous. Leylah's speed and precision meshed perfectly with Venus's raw power and fearless net instincts. At one point during practice, Leylah's smash returned so fast it seemed almost disrespectful. Venus just laughed. "You do that in the match," she said, "and we're taking the whole tournament." Leylah smiled like she'd just been knighted. Match day magic. Their first match was scheduled for Court 12, not the stadiums, not the show courts. But within minutes, the area around Court 12 brimmed with fans, reporters, and curious passers-by who realized that something iconic was unfolding. The crowd wasn't just watching a tennis match. They were witnessing a bridge between eras. Venus, tall and regal, with the stride of a woman who had lived through every version of the sport. Layla, compact and explosive, all passion, all fire, all heart. From a first point, they played like they'd trained together for years. Layla was everywhere, darting, diving, slicing. Clear electricity in motion. Venus controlled the net, her wingspan turning volleys into weapons and overheads into thunder that shook the court. Fans chanted. People climbed benches for better views. Phones recorded every moment. A journalist whispered, "This is history, right here." But the magic wasn't just in the winning. It was in how they connected. Between points, Layla would turn to Venus with wide eyes, asking questions, absorbing wisdom. Venus would nod, smile, gently correct, tease, guide. It wasn't teacher and student. It wasn't mentor and protege. It was something different, a shared mission, the unexpected turn. Their second-round match was even fiercer. 3 sets, tie-breaks, roaring crowds. Venus was pushed physically, harder than she anticipated. And in the last set, during a long rally, she stumbled slightly on a wide forehand approach. The stadium gasped. Layla rushed over. "You okay?" she asked, voice shaking. Venus steadied herself. "I've been doing this since before you were born," she said with a grin. "I'm not going anywhere." What the world didn't know. Later, at the press conference, journalists asked about the partnership. Venus admitted that she had almost withdrawn, that the decision to text Layla was made in the final 5 minutes. Layla gasped on camera. "You almost didn't ask me?" Venus laughed, and almost made the worst mistake ever. The room erupted. Fans melted. The clip went global. Because it wasn't just about tennis anymore. It was about bravery. It was about instinct. It was about saying yes to something uncertain, something risky, something powerful. The legacy of a last-minute choice. After their semifinal exit, New York buzzed with what-ifs. What if Venus had withdrawn? What if she hadn't sent that message? What if Layla had hesitated? But sometimes greatness is not in the trophy. It's in the story it creates. And their story was one of generations united, courage and uncertainty. A partnership born from instinct, not planning. A legend proving she still had fire. A rising star showing she belonged beside icons. In the years to come, coaches would reference that run as a lesson to young athletes. Don't be afraid of last-minute decisions. They'd say, sometimes the greatest chapters come from the boldest choices. Venus Williams and Layla Fernandez did win the U.S. Open that year. But they won something bigger, the heart of the tournament, the admiration of the world, and a place in tennis folklore as the duo born from a single message sent minutes before the deadline. A message that changed everything. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.